Hello, I'm Lady Liz Gamer and Artist, and I thought I would take the time to introduce myself. I have been making videos for YouTube for about 3 years now, and Twitch as well. But things have been going a little slow lately, and I decided to start changing things up. So I added artist to my name, and I'm doing a lot more art videos. The reason I wanted to introduce myself to you is because I have had a journey my whole life. I have never hid the fact that I have had several illnesses, chronic illnesses, and have been going through a lot with my physical health, which is the reason I started my YouTube channel and my Twitch channel in the first place, because it was very hard for me to function or work outside the home. So I thought, well, let me give myself something to do so I can make myself feel better about myself and feel like I'm just not worthless, even if it doesn't come to anything or I don't make a whole lot of money at it. It doesn't matter. I mean, I got to the point where even if I made like 50 bucks a month, which it got to that point, and I was happy with that because that gave me a little extra cash flow in my life to have my own things that I want to get, art supplies and other stuff like that, clothes that, I don't always want to, depend on my husband for. He works really hard. He works more than one job, and I have had a lot of health issues the past few years. I was born with neurofibromatosis, which is these. I have tumors all over my body, and it's a neurological disorder where you grow tumors all over your body. There's NF1 and NF2. NF1 is what I have, and my tumors are external and they're benign, but they can turn cancerous. So they do have to be monitored. But there's a lot they don't know about the disease and how it makes you function in the long run. I have a lot of issues with fatigue, chronic fatigue, muscle ache, joint pain, headaches, insomnia, back pain, and extreme exhaustion. And I've been put through the ringer with my health because nobody could tell me whether it's because of the NF, and my age, the NF because hormonal differences change it, and I've been through menopause. It's hard because there's no real answers out there. They're trying different things. I mean, I will link nf.org below, and I've been to a couple of their webinars, but I'm still not 100% satisfied with what I found out or didn't find out, or I'm still left with questions as far as the long-term effect and being able to find a doctor that can treat me or knows what it's all about, because they don't. I've been put through so many doctors who have not been able to help me with any answers because it's all like, well, I don't know, maybe it could be. And I was told I had Lyme disease. When I lived in San Diego, I was told I had Lyme disease, and I was put through a situation where I was on all these different supplements that I couldn't afford, and that doctor made me feel bad, like, well, you're not taking enough, you're not taking it every day, take more, and they weren't working. And I got worse. So when we moved to Middle California to take care of my father-in-law at the time, I ended up going to UCI, College Hospital Medical Center, and they did some tests on me and they said I did not have Lyme disease. Now, they still didn't know what was causing all that until, I went through a couple of places. Rheumatology said that it could be fibromyalgia, so they left that as fibromyalgia. Now, do people with neurofibromatosis also get fibromyalgia? I don't know. If you have NF and have been told that you also have fibromyalgia, please comment below. That would be great to know, because I would like to connect with other people like me, and I don't understand what's going on with my body, or if any of it's normal, or anyone else with neurofibromatosis goes through this. But it's a whole process because I have extreme chronic fatigue, and that's put a lot of hardship on me when it comes to trying to provide for myself, trying to function. There's days where I literally cannot get out of bed and even just walk to pee or brush my teeth or comb my hair or provide a meal for myself. And some days I have really bad brain fog where I don't even know what these are called, and they're headphones, or my speech is slurred, or I can't really communicate a sentence or articulate what I want. Even it's like, oh, Dawn, can you bring me a glass of water? Even saying that, it's like, can you bring me that clear stuff that comes out of the faucet, but you put it in a pitcher and I could drink it? Stuff like that. And I know it's neurologically affected me because it's a neurological disease, but who knows? It's been this way for the past few years, and that's why I started my channel. I started my channel originally because it took my mind off it, and I liked to play The Sims. I mainly play The Sims and do Sims videos, and it was something that I could do for fun, to take my mind off it, but actually create something and put it on video. And I like that because I'm always upset and disappointed when TV shows don't end the way I want them. And it's like, well, then I'll create my own shows. And it was a lot of fun for a while. I started streaming on Twitch, and I would stream at Twitch 4 days a week, but some days I can't stream. So I've gone down to 2 days a week or no days a week, and then back up to one. And when that happens, you tend to lose your subscribers. And when you were making a little bit of a nest egg and income, that goes away because you can't literally be there every single time or stick to your schedule. And that was hard for me for many reasons, because I felt defeated again. I felt like I let everybody down, and I want to give people what they're paying for, and I wasn't able to. And I'm sorry if you or anybody that were subscribed to me and I did let you down, and I didn't mean to. I'm trying to do a whole lot better now, sticking to my 3 days a week, and hopefully build back up my channel and my subscriptions and my followers and all that. But I decided to make a change, and that's why. I've always loved to paint and draw and create things, and my whole life I've done that. My whole life I've liked to just make little characters and make silly little things, mostly like storybook style of stuff and cartoons. And I decided I'm going to paint. I'm going to do this on stream. And the last few painting streams have been very successful. And then I'm trying to post them on here. But I want to do more artwork on here too. I want to start doing more painting on here and more art videos on here. And even fun things where I try things, that, I've never tried before. Try different mediums that I've never tried before. And stuff like that. So hopefully, I could get that up and going. This video is going to change from a gaming channel to a entertainment channel, vlog channel, where I'm just going to be me. So I might decide to post me painting someday, or drawing, or making a little craft, or a silly Sims video that I did, or some little short that I made when I was bored, because I was like, oh, let's do this with this video, from little clips and stuff. And maybe some Animal Crossing one day, maybe some Breath of the Wild one day, maybe, trying some Dollar Tree stuff, and just making some stuff with that. And not worry about it. Just explore and have fun, because it's been a hard past couple of years, especially through the pandemic, being chronically ill and being high risk and not being able to leave the house longer than most people. When most people's quarantine was over, mine wasn't. I have to be extra careful. I have to make sure I'm really masked. And then when you're in a place where nobody is and it's coughing and gross and not even covering their mouth, and that just freaks you out, especially because I'm also a germaphobe, and I'm just paranoid that I'm gonna get sick from them. And I am so good about keeping myself safe that my husband had COVID and I barricaded myself away from him in the back bedroom. He didn't barricade himself because all my art and all my work area here is in our bedroom. So I'm the one that barricaded myself in here, completely masked whenever I left the room, completely kept it sealed off. Every time I had to go to the bathroom, I went through the sliding door in the other one, in the restroom, wiped everything down, came back in here, and I was able to keep myself safe. So let's just jump in and I'll show you what's going on in my world and what I have available coming up on my Etsy shop. I will leave a link below, but before we get started, please click that subscribe button, that little notification bell, and leave a comment below. All that will really help my channel. I am trying to get to 100 subscribers before the end of the month, and I am so close. I'm aiming for 100 a month, so let's see if we can get this going. Okay, so on my art streams, I paint little fun things. We have a different theme, you know, depending on what we're gonna do that day. So this day we decided to paint our 100 baby matriarch from The Sims 4, which we play on Thursdays. She is on baby 82, and we have a lot of fun in there. I have the Sims on high autonomy, so there's a lot of crazy things that the other Sims that are around the environment get up to when they're moving around on their own, and we have a lot of fun and we crack up. And she's been with us for over a year and a half, and it's getting close to the end of the challenge and we'll be starting something new, so we decided to paint her. This original painting is on 7 by 10 multimedia paper, and it is available on SD. And I will be making prints available too as well. There'll be 10 limited edition prints up as soon as I finish connecting with the print shop across the street and just make sure that, you know, it's going to look the way I want it to. So probably by next week I'll have this up. We'll also have up our unicorn, excuse me, our sea unicorn that we painted on stream on Tuesday. It was July 19th, actually, sorry, July 19th we did this one. And that's also going to be up on SD as a print as well, but I'm going to put it through Canva and I want to add a background to it. So I'm still playing with it and see what I'm going to finish it and see what it's going to look like after. Barnabas Collins, now he's going to be available on SD starting tomorrow, but it's going to have a bluish gray background that I put on in Canva. But the original, this is the original. If anybody's interested in the original, just comment below, or you could click on my Discord link, which I will link below, and go ahead and message me and let me know if you're interested in the original. And I could go ahead and put it up on SD and let you know when it's up, so you could go ahead and grab it really quick. You'll probably have a chance because I'm not selling things as like the first 5 seconds that they're posted. I've only had 4 sales in a year, so if you're interested in him, I'll put him on Etsy as an original and let you know, and then you can go grab him. And this is some other stuff that I have laying around. I have Mifa from Breath of the Wild, who will also be up, I think. I have a fairy house, which will only be print only because it's damaged and I'm not going to sell it damaged. So, and we have Link from Breath of the Wild as fan art. So this is something that'll probably most likely make it on there. I'm trying to add things little by little that I have to catch up on because I've had some really bad chronic fatigue days, and the past 2 months have been really, really bad, and I have not been able to function like I would like to, so I haven't been able to get as much stuff up as I would like to, which makes it hard because then all the other socials behind it and all that, it's hard to get to all of that, therefore it's hard to grow the channel and the store, and it's like a whole domino effect. And I really, really want to make tracks and get things, you know, moving up in the world. We'll get there. It's going to take me a little bit to get caught up. She's already on there though. You could buy this as a digital download on SD, and it's available today. You could go on there and get it today. I have Urbosa from Breath of the Wild, who I'm going to actually make as prints too. I'm not going to sell the original of this one because she's mine. I'm not getting rid of it. I can't part with her. I love her. And then Freddy. I don't know what I'm going to do with Freddy, but I did this caricature of Freddy, and I'm still deciding how I'm going to finish it off or what I'm going to do with this particular picture. So we'll see where that ends up going. This is my fairy girl who's a little sad. It's more like on a day that I was feeling down like this. So, and when I have insomnia, I get really weird. So this is a bunch of bleeping eyebrows, a bunch of bleeping eyeballs, and a bunch of bleeping noses. And this is from a memory. Like, I had gotten whooping cough from a kid who coughed on me at Sprouts, and it was like really bad. I was just coughing so hard, and that's when I started realizing that there might be something chronically ill with me, because there's no way I should have gotten whooping cough at my age. I should have been immunized towards it, and they started looking into why that happened. But they gave me some cough medicine called cortisone or something like that made you forget to cough, because it made me hallucinate so bad. And I woke up in the middle of the night and told my husband that I couldn't speak because and there was much mouths too. I had 7 layers of eyelids and I couldn't open my eyelids. And he's like, what? And I go, I have 7 lips. And he's like, no, you don't. And I'm, but I have 7 nostrils. And I was like, oh, my eyebrows, there's 7 of them too. But here I put a bunch of them because I was exaggerating. And that's where this came from. It was from a hallucination on cough medicine. Here I was just in the silly, weird insomnia mood. So insomnia makes me, think about different things. And I didn't end up drawing her till the morning though, because all my art supplies were in the room with my husband and I didn't want to wake him up. So in the morning I just got my coffee and just went for it. So there was that, and this is my latest piece that I have on SD. It's called Chronic Fatigue Frustration, and this came from having a bad week, and that's where my border is actually based on. Having a bad week with chronic fatigue and not being able to function at all, and I was having the worst joint pain, the worst chest pain, the worst pain in my back and liver, the worst headache. My insurance was denying all the tests I needed that week, including a sleep study, which I have wake up and a severe pain in my chest and I'm out of breath and it hurts. So they were wondering if I'm breathing right during the night, and it was denied. And I was just like, no, and I was frustrated. At the same day that my pulmonologist called and said that my pulmonary function test came out fine, but I told him I'm still having pain in my chest. When I breathe in really deep, it hurts at the very, very bottom. And, I know I've heard that there's some lung issues with NF, but he said that it would have shown on the pulmonary function test. But then I had another doctor tell me that that wasn't the case, that there's other weird lung issues if you have NF that affect your lungs. And it doesn't mean that you would pass or fail the pulmonary function test. So they wanted to get another CAT scan to look at it deeper, but it was denied by insurance. And then this pulmonologist said that they weren't going to do it after all because that test came out okay, but it still hurts. I still have pain deep in my lungs, and it hurts to breathe in really deep, and it hurts to function most morning. My chest hurts and it feels tight. And I don't know if that's happening to you. So if you have neurofibromatosis, let me know. If you have NF and you have been told you also have fibromyalgia, comment below. If you have NF and you've had worsening issues after menopause, comment below, let me know. If you've been told you've had Lyme disease when you didn't, have you been told that you have fibromyalgia but you're not even sure if that's even the case? Is it hard for you to function or get up in the morning? Or, are you excessively thirsty? And then you tell them about it and they're like, oh, okay. Do your limbs get swollen? And you tell them about it. My limbs and my legs are swollen and tingly. And they say, oh, okay, well, that could happen for many reasons, but do I, what, help? Is it something? Help me, And then they're like, oh, nonchalant. Well, it could be a lot of things. Your blood work came out okay. And it's like, yeah, but it, it's to the point to where it affects my everyday life. I can't function. I can't work, and I want to work. I can't get out of bed some days. I can't brush my teeth some days. I have gluten intolerance. It's not celiac related, and I have other weird allergies and food intolerances. I have just trouble concentrating some days or remembering what things are called, or I'm dizzy, like super dizzy if I sit too long. And some days I just so dizzy or slurring my speech that if someone were to pull me over if I drove, they would think I was drunk, and I'm not. So this was one of those days where all the above was happening, and I sat down to paint. I was actually following along with a Bob Ross video, and then I decided that one of the trees didn't come out right, and then I decided I don't want to do that. And then I added other colors that I had because I like turquoise and all these other colors that I pulled out, and I just got my sponge and I just started putting it on there to cover it up. Like, what am I going to cover this up with? So then I covered it up and covered it. And I had gessoed it in purple because I was doing something weird. Okay, I was following along with the Bob Ross video, but not using the colors he was using. I was using different colors just because I thought I wanted to be weird. And so that's why these colors are there. So then once I started getting my aggression out and my sadness and like, oh my God, this is awful, another denial, another being passed on, another being dismissed, and I can't do this anymore, I can't. And that's why I started piling all this out. And then I do these blue roses because it was like, I'm blue. And I wanted to know what to put on the background. And I had drawn her before in a couple of other, sketches when I wasn't feeling good on my couch. There's different versions of her. And I decided she's the one that has to be on this canvas. So I went ahead and recreated her on here, but put a little more of what I was feeling into her. How I was feeling into expressing how my mind was feeling at that. So hopefully you like it. It is on Etsy right now as an original painting, but I am going to make prints available of this as well and put it on print and demand so you could get poster sizes. I'm still trying to decide which poster size I'm going to choose. That won't be printed by me. That'll be printed by print on demand and shipped out to you. But for right now, she's available on there. So if you want her, go get her. And that's just basically my journey in general. I wanted to introduce myself and let's see. Let's go back to, nope, not that one. I wanted to introduce myself and let you know the changes that are coming to my channel. Let me know what you think about that. And hopefully, we get to know each other, and I will take you on a journey through what's going to happen the rest of this year. I'll let you know how my sleep study goes. I'll let you know what's been happening, in my life and other fun things. So if I feel like painting something weird, I'll paint something weird and post it. If I feel like going live once in a while, I'll go live once in a while. If I feel like posting my Twitch streams on here when I do an art stream, I will. If I feel like making a silly little Sims video, I will. If I feel like doing Animal Crossing, I will. If I feel like adding my dark novels, I will. Dark novels is coming back. It's hard to keep up with those because there's a lot of work in the story involved. So I'm trying to aim for every other week with dark novels, but it might be once a month with dark novels, and I apologize for that. It has everything to do with how many spoons I have. But I want to be here to just vlog my journey and the process and see where it takes me. And I hope, subscribe below. Please give me a like. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of this month and then gain 100 every month. But I only need a couple more to get to 100. So if you could just do that, leave me a message below, hit that little bell. That would be so awesome. And as for now, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you didn't mind me flapping my lips about my journey, but it's going to be a lot of fun the rest of the year, and I promise you I will post something every week, even if it's something silly. I might do twice a week, or I might just do a video like this of me just flapping my lips and let you know what's happening that day. But either way, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope that, we can all get to know each other. And hey, hello, I'm Lady Liz Gamer, and this is my journey. So I hope you have a good one, and thank you for watching.